think we should call these outer space buns.
You know you can fix the one on the left, right? You just have to take
What do you mean fix?
Your hair's coming out OD on the top.
And does that mean that it's broken?
Yes. You have to take out the bun and just redo it.
So right now we are on the road. Today's our first 8-hour shift off in quite some time. And we're gonna go see if the Spanish spot that we love is open. Nelly's. They serve Dominican food and that food is delish.
It's so good.
It's
I mean,
delish.
to be fair, we are Dominicans, so all we want
Little bites.
is Dominican. What the hell?
What's going on?
Darling is trying to communicate with us.
What's going on? Today is the new year, the new years of the new 2025, and it's raining, but it's still pretty.
It's not raining. It was raining last night. It's not raining now.
You guys see what I have to deal with? You guys see what I have to deal with?
He thinks it's raining because there's water on the wind.
Do you see what I have to deal with? You see what I have to deal with? Oh my god. Now many of you are wondering, like, how do I like sustain myself in a relationship with such a baddie? With such a crazy baddie? I used to always tell myself that I would never date a Dominican lady, and it was because I saw how crazy Dominican women can be growing up with my mom and my sister, and I was like, there's no chance. What?
Your high beams are on.
Oh shit. See? She crazy. There's no chance. There's no chance I could be with somebody that's always telling me that my high beams are on.
You have to throw out the trash too.
Oh my god.
Guys, if you didn't know, I mean, not really to the guys, more to the ladies, use your elbows. Elbows are so strong. I didn't know that until I watched The Equalizer. And now I know my elbows are the best defense mechanism I have. And your knees, all of the joints.
You're the best in the geese.
The elbows and the knees.
A lot of what I want to speak today is about, like, when you're on the path of manifesting and making stuff happen, like, how do you know that you're on the right path? Like, how do you get confirmation? How do you, like, know what signs to look out for? And when Jackson and I first started dating, speaking to each other, showing each other that we were interested in one another, we got a lot of synchronicities, like, especially through our astrology. Like, we were getting constant messages and notifications on our phone, like, right as we made each other aware of our interest for one another. That was very confirming.
Yes.
Very confirming of our relationship, and I think stuff like that is very useful. But the question is just, like, how do you even put yourself in a position to receive information? And I think that, like, that can be the hardest piece. Is first feeling the confirmation of, I guess, like, the spiritual plane. I was raised Catholic, became atheist after, just different, like, traumatic experiences with the church. I just didn't feel the love there, and I felt like there was a lot of fear mongering in at least the church that I experienced in. So for me, it was first almost first wanting it. I wanted there to be this support system that I could rely on beyond this reality. I also got a lot of my confirmations from lucid dreaming. Lucid dreaming helped me out a lot because it kind of like was this constant reminder of this other side, and so I wanted it. And then after that, it was also like seeing the synchronicities and the confirmations in my reality. I really wanted it and almost like demanded it, so I kept putting myself in situations where I wanted to get lucky, in situations where I wanted things to really, really work out. And this is like before I even met Jax. Like, I was constantly a risk taker, and I think that you do need to take certain leaps of faith at the beginning, especially if you don't feel that sense of spirituality in your life. You take that leap of faith and then you get caught. Sometimes you don't get caught, sometimes you get taken into a path where you realize such a sixth sense. It's something that you can't always see with your eyes or feel with your other senses. Sometimes it's something you just feel with your emotions. And so I took that leap of faith, and I got caught over and over and over again. And I really started to develop this intuitive connection with spirituality, and feeling those synchronicities pop up over and over and over again. And so when I connected with Jax, she was very spiritual as well. And I think we were just getting those symbols over and over, and we were, humble and students enough of the reality that we were living in to actually pay attention. And journaling too, right? Like writing these things down, paying attention, being grateful for the symbols, asking for more, etc. I think was a big thing for us.
I would agree with everything you said. I think that for me, what it came down to was being more in tune with what my heart wanted. And it was really hard to know what I wanted in my heart, because I am a people pleaser at heart. And so, I sometimes get confused by myself because I have always wanted to do what's best for other people. And then because of that, it made me very confused about what I wanted, because I was always like, well, I want what's best for them. I want what's best for them. But then when I asked myself, what do I want? It was always like just silent, and I was unsure. But, first admitting to myself that I had feelings for Sandy was a big step for me into understanding that I did want something, and it came from this like pure recess of my heart, and I couldn't let go of it. So, admitting it to yourself and then allowing yourself to take action on what you want takes courage sometimes. At least it did for me. So
that being said, we definitely got a symbol of confirmation and intuition to go get this Dominican food. So
yes, we're starting.
We're making it happen, baby.
Woo-hoo.
I think also too, like, something that's been really fun with our business is getting like money come in and out of our lives at the right time.
Oh yeah. So
that definitely is a language that we study and pay attention to. And I think this is important because if you're interested in this kind of stuff, I think it's very important to be sensitive to the currencies of life beyond cash, especially, currencies beyond love and happiness, because love and happiness are fun emotions and fun currencies. But when you are a leader, when you are a manifester, you need to be able to receive and feed off of other currencies that come in clutch. Like when shit was hitting the fan for us last year, this past summer, we really had to rely on gratitude. We really had to rely on patience. And those are currencies that are really hard to survive off of. But when you are so aware of the different languages that the universe communicates to you in, it makes navigating those challenges easier. It helps you pull magic out of certain spaces, which really lets you make the incredible things that you're trying to make happen easier. And we're magical folks. I really feel like the world and the spiritual plane is trying to work with us to bring the world back to a sense of balance. Not that it already isn't, but I feel like we have roles to play as as I'm calling myself an entrepreneur of applied metaphysics. We have to apply these metaphysical tools, and not only that, we have to continue them, because the people that have already been putting them to work need our help as the next generation to continue that flow, to continue that connection and that purity with nature and the spirit and the spiritual plane. So it makes those things easier to do when you have more resources and more abilities and more power. So when in doubt, when Nellie's is closed, we go to McDonald's. So we're here at McDonald's. Now, did we get a sign to go to McDonald's? Did we get a synchronicity? Was there a sign? No. Nellie's was just closed. McDonald's is open. What does that mean? Does it mean anything? I don't know. Here I'm again with my blue light blockers because We're doing a little game night. We're playing Project Zombie Man. It's a survival game where we can play together. She plays on her laptop and I play on my big computer. And it's kind of like camping and survival with zombies. I wanted to talk about, today's topic is really about symbols and synchronicities. And what's really fascinating is that yesterday, on the 31st, the last day of the year, we saw an owl twice on our way to pick up Jerry and on our way back. And I pull up a tarot card that I've never gotten, and it's an owl that looks just like the owl that we saw. And I'll show a little clip of the owl because we caught it as it was flying away the second time we saw it. And it's incredible because this tarot card speaks about symbols. And that's exactly what we're speaking about in today's topic, because I'm using these tarot cards as a form of guiding these conversations. It's really, really fascinating. I worked with a spiritual coach in 2023, and he was guiding me through this strategy called tracking. And it's essentially the idea of tracking and paying attention to the way that the universe and the matrix speaks back to you. So in forms of angel numbers, synchronicities, symbols, you're talking about something and then it pops up, you're thinking about someone and then it texts you. There's almost this like language in which your reality speaks back to you. And when you know to pay attention and you track those ideas, it's almost like it can also feel you paying more attention, and then it communicates differently, which is really, really cool. But yeah, just want to share that. Jax is running away and broke up with my Project Zomboid character.
You broke up with me first when you said you didn't want to live with me.
We found a gated community, and in this gated community, this is the first house at the entrance, right? There's another house right next door. So I'm like, yo, babe, you take the bigger house, I'll take the little house. For organizational purposes, we can have two houses.
We've never done that before.
She's not having it.
Never done that before.
She's hurt by it.
This is
She's hurt. She's hurt. It's a bad idea. She's hurt. She wants to have one house. And if we're not gonna have one house, if I want us to live next door to each other, she's not having it. She ran away. She's gone. She took my car. She's gone. All right, so we made a deal that if one of us died, we would do 50 push-ups. I died and Jax just died. And now we're gonna restart the server, start a new server, but we both died, so it's time to do push-ups. Kilos on my back. So you've done 4. Okay, so she has 5 more, I have 10 more. All right, good morning, 9:40 in the morning. Time to put this tarot card back in the deck and do another reading, another draw. In other news, I just found out that my earrings closed. So I had them in, but supposedly you're not supposed to leave your earrings out longer than 24 hours within the first 6 months of them getting pierced, because they could close up, which mine did. The more you know. Is that a sign? Maybe the sign is to do your research, which I've really been learning with this whole process of traveling, so we'll get into that. In other news, we had a blast playing Project Zomboid. We're gonna play more today and have just as much fun. Let's do it.